Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And the Houston Rockets lose to the Philadelphia 76ers 123-104, take their sixth loss in a row. And yeah, just another loss, which just describes this horrible season for the Rockets. But in a game here tonight where we see some old friends with James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Daniel House Jr. And if you want to go way back, also Montrezl Harrell on that list too. And also another guy, De'Anthony Melton, who was drafted here but never played a game. So you got basically the former Rockets all over the place with Harden, Tucker, Tucker didn't. Oh yeah, Tucker did play, but he played 7 minutes a night. I think he got hurt. Tucker played 7 minutes and did not play after that. Did not take any shots. Literally had no stats on the board. I think Tucker did get hurt early in the game. But Harden, longtime Rocket. Melton was drafted by the Rockets and then got traded in like training camp. House Jr. played here a couple years. Harrell played here like 2 seasons. And so that was it. But yeah, so just a lot of Houston Rockets on this Philadelphia 76ers team. This city of Philadelphia dealt with a little bit of a tragedy last night, losing in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. We heard Jabari Smith post on Instagram, keep it down. He's trying to sleep. Apparently those fans were kind of in his head last night because Jabari didn't have the best shooting night. He did have a double-double, but a lot of turnovers for Jabari. 5 turnovers for a power forward just doesn't sound right. Had the most turnovers on the team tonight, and that's not nice. I mean, 5 turnovers, and you're not even a ball handler. You're a power forward / big. So yeah, that's not too impressive. But I mean, he did score 10 points. He scored 12 rebounds. I was impressed about how big he was for the Rockets on the offensive boards tonight, and with the defensive boards as well, getting 12 of those and 2 assists. But did not have the best shooting night. He was cooking the other night against the Heat on Friday, having definitely one of his best, percentage-wise shooting nights. Definitely having, the best rhythm I've seen him have the other night in Miami. Got off to a decent start, but it just wasn't the best second half for him. Only scored 3 points. I mean, going into the beginning of the second, he had 7 points, finishes the game with 10. Shot 3 for 14, shot 1 for 4, just not a good shooting night after the first quarter. That's tough for Jabari, but good rebounding game, like I said, but finishes with a double-double, 10 and 12. Leading scorer for the Rockets tonight was Jalen Green with 29 points. He did not have a good shooting night either. He was 6 for 20, 2 for 8 from 3, but more than half of his points came from tonight was the free throw line, going 15 for 17 from the free throw line. Had 2 steals, had 4 assists, and had 3 rebounds. So good defensive game by Jalen, and not only that, but a lot of points came from the free throw line. But another horrible shooting night from Jalen, but good to see him being productive from the free throw line. All right, we have some more scores that are the starters. Sengun had 12 and 8, shot 5 for 9, had 2 turnovers, 1 assist. Then KJ had 15, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And then Tate, who was basically playing the point guard. Yes, Jalen Green is listed as the point guard, but Jae'Sean Tate is playing like that point guard role right now. And I like the way he did. He only had 6 points tonight, but only took 3 shots, was 2 for 3, went 2 for 2 at the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, had 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Had a very nice overall game. Led the pace well in this game for the Rockets. So I just liked the way he played. Had a good game for the Houston Rockets tonight. So those are the starters. The leading scorer off the bench for the Rockets was Tari Eason with 8 in 21 minutes. Was 4 for 9, 2 for 3 from 3. Had 1 rebound, and that was really it for Tari. So yeah, good game from Tari, I guess. He scored the most off the bench, and then leading to the next guy, you got Boban, who played the last 4 minutes, and in those 4 minutes, had 2 buckets, made 3 free throws, and also got some rebounds as well. Got a rebound, and pretty decent in those 4 minutes, scoring 7 and 4. But yeah, that's nice as well. Darius Days is the next guy, another guy who played only 4 minutes in this game. So he comes in, knocks down 2 threes, looked pretty good. Honestly, if the Rockets have a roster spot open, I could if the Rockets, and honestly, this is what I would do. Personally, if I'm the Rockets, I'm waiving Daishawn Nix and I'm opening up a roster spot to convert Darius Days to an NBA contract, because I know that's just 2 shots that we saw from him, but I think with those 2 3-pointers that I saw from Darius Days tonight was better than I've seen from Daishawn Nix all season. I like the way this kid was shooting the ball, and that's definitely something the way the Rockets definitely need some extra shooting with how horrible we've been. So I'd like to see Darius Days play more for the Houston Rockets, and hopefully the Rockets can give him some more minutes, possibly. Who knows? With the Rockets getting rid of a lot of players, getting rid of Gordon, getting rid of Matthews, and getting rid of Fernando, and basically receiving nobody in return, because you received John Wall, Justin Holiday, and Danny Green, all those being bought out and waived. The only guy that you're receiving back is Frank Kaminsky. He's not going to be playing minutes, so maybe you can get some minutes for Darius Days. But I would like it to be converted to NBA contract and maybe say goodbye to Daishawn Nix. But who knows? I just like he was in for 4 minutes and hit 2 threes to the Rockets. It's been something the Rockets have been horrible at. He's been a guy who's hit threes before with the Rockets this season. So I know it's only 4 minutes. I know it's only 3 shots, 2 going in, but I liked what I saw from him in the early play, and I love the Rockets to give him some more chances going down the stretch season. We're 13-44. We have nothing to play for, so why don't we see what some of these kids got? Trevor Hudgens and Darius Days barely playing on 2-way contracts. Why don't we see what they potentially have instead of playing guys like Daishawn Nix? So yeah, let's see what they got. So Darius Days scores 6. What about players that were actually in the rotation? We went over Boban and Days, who both scored. Days scored 6, Boban scored 7, but they weren't in the rotation tonight. Other guys that were in the rotation: Josh, Ty, Usman, and that was it. Ty scored 4 in 20 minutes, 2 for 5. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Nice game from Ty. Josh scored 2 points, was 1 for 6 from shooting-wise, and had 2 assists. Garuba scored 5 points, hit a 3-pointer. Looks like Garuba's for big man-wise, Garuba's a really good shooter. Had 2 steals as well, 2 rebounds, to both on the offensive side. So decent game from Usman Garuba. Other players: Frank Kaminsky did make his Rockets debut today, got 6 minutes, took 2 shots, neither went in, had a rebound, and had an assist. Basically, everybody played today besides Daishawn Nix, so it's hard to get everybody in. Trevor Hudgens, he came in the game, played 4 minutes, did nothing. Only thing he did was have a turnover. So that's really it for everybody who played today for the Rockets. Things that stood out to me: Jalen had a decent game, but did not have not a good shooting game. Was just very productive from the free throw line. Besides that, the only other things I really liked from what I saw from the Rockets tonight was how Jae'Sean Tate kind of controlled this team, led this team pretty well today. Basically playing the point guard position when he was out there. So I like that from Jae'Sean. I also like what I saw from very limited minutes in Darius Days in his 4 minutes. Also, kind of liked what I saw with Ty Washington, sort of, really basically in the last couple games becoming the primary backup ball handler for the Houston Rockets, and like seeing that for him. And that's really it for things I liked what I saw. This Rockets team played horrible in the second half. Basically, they were pretty close, I would say, in the second half. Only the first half, going into the second half, only down 7, gets outscored by 5 in the third, gets outscored by 7 in the fourth, and takes a tough loss, 104-123 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go over scores. Tucker, like I said, got hurt with 7 minutes, with only 7 minutes played, and 0 points. Leading scorer for the Sixers tonight was the Rockets legend himself, James Harden, 28 points, 10 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 4 for 9 from 3, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Embiid, not a bad game himself, 23 points, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Harris with 11, and then D'Anthony Melton, another former Rocket, with 3 points. Leading scorer off the bench, who else besides Tyrese Maxey with 26 points, 10 for 16, 4 for 8 from 3, 2 for 2 at the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. And, nights like this where Maxey and Harden are just, playing such great basketball, you can basically just I'm not going to say give the night off to Embiid because he still had to do a lot tonight, had 23 points, 6 rebounds. But you don't have to, some of the nights it feels like Embiid has to score 35 to 40 for the Sixers to win if Harden or Maxey are not on their game. But tonight, Harden and Maxey combined for, 54 points? Yeah, 54 points. So kind of took Embiid's load down tonight for the Sixers. And then 8 for Jalen McDaniels, who just got traded to them in a 3-team trade. I don't know if this was his debut, but definitely one of his first games as a Sixer. I think this was his first game. Played 28 minutes, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 for 1 from 3, 3 for 4. Decent performance by him. 8 points for Shake Milton, 6 for Nang, 4 for Montrezl Harrell, then 6 for Paul Red, and then 0 for Daniel House Jr. So Rockets take a tough loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, but that's okay. Was impressed with the way the Rockets played in the first half. Just not a good second half. Shooting-wise, another horrible shooting game this season. And that's why, I kind of want us to potentially bring in Darius Days. Because when it's like, when you have a couple off shooting nights, when the Rockets go for 6 for 24 from 3, if that happens once, that's okay. But this happens. This is not this is an occurring thing for the Rockets. So if you see a guy just hit 2 threes in 4 minutes, let him play some more because this Rockets team has been awful from the 3-pointer this season, and also, Rafael Stone talking about we have money to spend in free agency. That's the most thing you have to be looking for in this offseason going into free agency. You have the most money to spend. You better be looking for shooters because, Green 2 for 8, Bari 1 for 4, Josh 0 for 2, Tari 0 for 2. Yeah. Tough night from the Rockets, but shooting-wise, this is a thing that happens over and over again. So to have someone, the Rockets hit 6 threes tonight, but 2 of those were in the final minutes of play and by a guy who barely plays. So I give him some minutes. I don't know what Steven Silas is, thinking moving forward, but just of what I saw from him today, I cut Dayshawn Nix. I give an NBA contract to Darius Days and see what he has. Because this is the moment of the season where we're in the second half of the season. We're pretty soon, a week from now, we're going to be figuring out what's going on after the All-Star break. And, for teams like the Rockets who are horrible, 13, 40, and 44, figure out what you have in the young guys who haven't played that much in Trevor Hudgens and Darius Days. I think that has to be the plan, and we'll see how if the Rockets can get some more time for Darius Days because I did like what I saw from him in early play today. You guys, let me know your thoughts on the Rockets game today. Take a tough loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, 123 to 124. 123 to 104. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.